Hey guys, and welcome to the Watchtower Watch Reviews with your host DK, and back by popular demand is the Joker shirt, worn in my very first review that you guys will have seen if you're watching my competition video because you needed to watch it to get the answer, or if you've been a subscriber from the start. That reminds me, actually, with that competition video, there's a link somewhere around the video here. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but it's on the video anyway. Make sure that you're subscribed because next week I'll be announcing the winner. So, with that being said, what are we going to review today? Well, we are reviewing the spiritual successor, some might say, to the Seiko SKX. No, it's not a Heimdallr homage that I'm wearing today. It is the Orient Kamasu. Now, Kamasu in Japanese actually means barracuda, and there's a particular reason for that with some of the sharp indexes and the, they say it looks like a teeth our hand, but I'm not so sure about that. I think they just picked a cool name for it, to be honest. Either way, it's a full-sized stainless steel dive watch with sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, and a Orient in-house developed movement. But is it any good? Well, there's only one way to find that out, and that's to watch the review. Let's get into it. So if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and like the video, of course. So the unboxing, they come in this little white Orient cardboard box, and the actual tin itself then. It's sort of a hard plastic and then an actual brushed metallic top with the Orient logo printed on. Pretty nice box in fairness, but you don't really pay for the box. Let's take a look at what we have. Oh yes, the Orient Kamasu in red. This to me was the best colorway. There's blue, there's green, there's black and gold. You get the hang tag, you get the spare links, and you get the instruction manual. That is your lot. So dimensions on this one, well, it's full-size dive watch at 42mm. At that crown you have 44.6, 44.5 maybe. Lug tip to lug tip is 46.5mm, and you can see there with those female end links it is exactly that. There's no extra protrusion from the male mid links. Lug width is 22mm, and this bracelet it comes with is quite nice. You can see there not a huge amount of taper, down to 20mm. Thickness is 13mm. The weight with all links is 138 grams. However, with 3 links removed from my 7-inch wrist, you're looking at a weight of 123 grams. Alright, so specs on this one. Well, as you would expect, it is 316L stainless steel, all construction throughout. High polish case on the sides, the crown and the case back. You've got brushed upper lugs, a brushed bracelet and a brushed clasp. You can see there those sides and the crown high polish, and they will pick up some scuffs and scratches. Brushed on the upper lugs, a little bit rough on that brushing actually. Signed crown there as you can see. The bracelet, as you've probably noticed, is a brushed bracelet. Now it is solid links but hollow female end links. You do get a signed clasp, however it is just a pressed clasp with a 3-piece safety. You can see there as well the fact that it is push pin bracelet and those hollow end links. So it's not the greatest bracelet in the world, but it's not bad for the price. If I pop open the clasp, you can see there safety catch on it and 2 pushers. However, just a simple pressed clasp, nothing spectacular. 4 micro adjusts though, so you should be able to get a decent fit for this one no matter what wrist size you are. You can either take a link out or you can move the micro adjust. You are looking at a flat sapphire crystal as well, so no distortion on this one. There may be some anti-reflective coating. I've heard from various sources the yes and no. However, if it is, it's not coloured anti-reflective coating. I think it's not too much of a big deal anyway with the red dial. However, with the black, it's probably more of an issue because it'll pick up that reflection. The bezel is 120 click with an aluminium insert. The motion is nice and smooth. It does line up, however, there is some backplay on it. Signed crown and a signed case back. If I just pop the clasp off for you there, you can see there with the 2 dolphins for the logo. Very, very nice. 200 meters water resistance, and as this is part of the Seiko family, you can trust that and you can make sure to go diving with it if you want to. However, this isn't really the colorway I'd go diving with. It's a bit more dressy. The movement inside is an Orient developed F6922 automatic movement, beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, automatic, hacks and hand winds, 6 ticks of the second hand per second. It has a day-date complication there at 3 o'clock. If you pull it out once, you can adjust the day and the date. Pull it out a second time. There we go. You adjust the time and the second hand stops, which is that hacking feature. I don't think I've ever been so excited to do a macro for a watch as I have with this one, because look at that dial. It is spectacular. You've got a printed Orient automatic under the 12 o'clock with the logo applied. You've got the date there framed at 3 o'clock. It isn't colour matched, but then again, I'm not sure how you could colour match to a beautiful red burgundy dial. Water resist 20 bar there, down there at 6 o'clock. You can see there those interesting hands, a sword hand for the minute hand and sort of a monster-esque style hand for the hour. Beautiful red dial with that sunburst effect and applied indices. You've got a flat baton indice at 6, 9 and a triangular indice at 12. All others applied and slightly angled. And here we have it out in some natural light. You can see there that brush bracelet and the brush clasp not picking up too much shine, which is great for this style. I think this is a really nice watch. It's showy enough that you can get away with it, you know, as a statement piece, but it's not so flashy that people are going to turn their heads in disgust. I think the red is the best colorway for this watch as well. The others all look nice, however, I think the red is just spectacular. Here it is on some red leather from AliExpress. Nothing spectacular about this strap, and to be honest, I bought it just because it was on offer and I needed some different colours in my strap box. But it really suits this watch. I was very surprised. I thought it might look a bit tacky, and let me know in the comments if you think it still does. But I think it suits it. However, if you want to go more rugged, you can go for this. This is a Zulu diver strap that I got from Richie Watch Bands. They actually sent it for me for free. I do not have to send it back. Thank you very much to Richie. It's a very nice strap. I don't think it quite goes with this watch. It's, you know, I think the watch is just a little bit too fancy for it. However, it is still very nice. This is an AliExpress waffle strap I got in 22mm. Affiliate links will be down below for all these as per usual. And I'll drop a link for the Richie strap as well. So this is a really nice look. I think this gives it that vintage dive look, that skin diver look. Very, very nice indeed. Very cool. Here it is on black leather. Again, an AliExpress strap. I bought a bunch of these so that I'd have in leather straps for review. Not a fan of the buckle on it, but you know, it is what it is. It cost me about £5. Looks very good on this as well. I'm hesitant to call this a strap monster because the dial is a bit unusual and it's not going to go with everything, but it's gone with quite a lot so far. I'm quite surprised. Last up, of course, is a Strapsco. This is a really chunky rubber strap with quick release spring bars. Very nice on as well. I've had it on this for a while. Loving that chunky tire track kind of look to it up towards the lugs, and then it flattens out along the strap itself. Very, very cool. And anything with quick release spring bars is a-okay by me. Very nice. Well, as part of the Seiko brands, you would expect Lume Bright, and do we get any Lume Bright? Yes, we do. Excellent lume on this one as well. You can see there it glows away. Lume pip at 12 o'clock. Not a lumed bezel insert, which is a slight shame. I always like a lume bezel insert rather than a lume pip, but maybe I'm just being a bit greedy. You can see there the indices and the lume pip are the first things to start fading, and the hands just hang on and hang on in there. This is one that will go all night for you, as most Loris, Seiko, Pulsar and Orient watches tend to do. This Lume Bright stuff always hangs in, does its job spectacularly, and will always provide you a nice reassuring presence in the dark. Despite this being one of my favourite watches I bought for myself, it is far from perfect, though there are some major dislikes. This clasp is signed, but it is the cheapest pressed clasp you can get. This is an easy fix, of course. You just get a €7 one from AliExpress. Again, I'll drop a link down below for one of those. Here we are. You've seen them on many micro brands. You've seen them on regular brands. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. They're nothing fancy. You get 3 micro adjusts instead of 4. However, there's also a 5 micro adjust version I'm going to leave for you guys who would really like that adjustment level. Very secure, and I just think a huge step up from what Orient provide. The other thing about this as well is you are getting hollow end links. At least it's not all hollow links like some of the Seikos that you pay for. I mean, I've seen Seikos there with, you know, 300 quid and 400 quid even, and you're paying and you're getting hollow links and hollow end links, which will pull all the hairs off your arm, which is a real shame. Next thing I'm not a fan of, this tiny crown and these big crown guards. It can make the crown very, very difficult to grip. Really tough when you're unwinding and winding sometimes. And it doesn't always thread exactly first time. You can see there, I'm genuinely not trying to make this happen. I've had this on a couple of occasions where I've taken it off, I should say, to hand wind it, and it is just a pain in the ass to get it to go back in. Small thing, but not huge. The bezel grip, yeah, it's only okay. It's got this really unusual design. You can see there it kind of flows into the case, and also it's got these notches cut in at the sort of, I suppose, what would you call those? The 5 and the 15-second marks, that kind of area. I can't get it to do it on camera, but the movement, the F922, or F6922 I should say, is a little bit noisier than your likes of your Seiko NH35 or NH36. Bit of a shame. So why do I like it so much then? Well, the looks on this one. There's plenty of colours available. Red is the most expensive it seems, but it is absolutely stunning. This is an incredible looking watch to me. I think it's the best looking watch you can get for under 300 quid. Those lumed applied indices in that kind of off-white cream colour go spectacularly with that red sunburst style. And the fact that those indices are supposed to apparently reflect a barracuda's teeth, which are an interesting option. I really like the fact that it's original design as well. You've got cool looking hands, different looking bezel, a spectacular dial in that red, and you've got amazing lume as well. It is an all-nighter with the Seiko Lume Bright. It's the same as the Laurus that I had in the previous review. It is evergreen, it is ever glowing, it is everlasting. Really, really spectacular. I just can't take my eyes off that dial. I'm looking at this one again in voiceovers and I just think I'm going to have to put this on after I finish up. The bracelet, not bad in fairness. It looks great. The dial is dressy but functional, and that brushed bracelet just tones it down a little bit. Very nice. Shame about the hollow end links, and it is a little bit of a light bracelet, but it's still very nice. This dial though is just timeless to me. It looks kind of modern and vintage retro as well. It'll draw the eye. It looks more expensive than it actually is. You know, it just, to me, it does everything that you want it to do and more. And for under the 250 mark, I think you can't go wrong. The brush looks on it as well, on the bracelet, look excellent. Even if they are, as I say, a little bit light. And it just looks amazing. Even if you want to put it on the waffle strap that I had it on earlier, you get that vintage look and you get the modern look as well. All watches for all people. So guys, there you have it, my review of the Orient Kamasu, or the Orient Barracuda as it's known in English I suppose. A very, very nice watch. Couple of small things that aren't to be liked about it. Those hollow end links not great, and the press clasp. Orient and Seiko as a whole tend to cheap out on the clasps, but that's an easy problem. 7 quid on AliExpress and you have a machined milled clasp with 3 micro adjusts. Other than that, I think it's a fantastic watch. It really, really fills a gap for me with that beautiful burgundy dial. I didn't have any red dial watches, and this one came up and I said, I'm having that. Also, it really toes the line between a vintage dive style watch, especially when you put it on rubber, and a newer, more modern one on the stainless steel. I hope you guys have enjoyed the review. If you have, make sure to like the video, comment down below what you think is the best colorway for this one. Make sure you're subscribed as well, enter my competition video. I have been your host DK, this has been the Watchtower Watch Reviews, and I will see you guys next time.